Good evening, friends, followers, and channel members. Oh, my apologies for the late start and the long drawn-out introduction. Can you guys all hear me? I've just realised I've been sat here chatting away for ages and no one could hear me. This is the first live stream I've done since we reinstalled everything in the simulator, and not just the simulator, the PC as well. A fresh new install of Windows, that means Streamlabs being reinstalled, everything's been cleaned up, but it does mean that all my sort of default settings have been reset, which meant for some reason there was no microphone linked. So hopefully you guys can actually hear me now. If you can, then just give us a quick thumbs up in the chat. That would be that would be lovely. Good evening to HD, Vaughn, Chris, Daniel, Thumb, Mark, B3D, thanks for letting me know, Dan and Sarah, Simon, Christian, Terry, Quantum Mechanics, Remmers, and Darren Turns, Dark Fury, Nick and Lazarus also there as well. Yeah, B3D, really glad you could hear me. Quantum readability is 5. Thank goodness for that. Quick question now then, have I actually got the microphone clued up in in VPilot, which is a good question, isn't it? In fact, you know what? That is another good point. I haven't done a VATSIM flight since reinstalling everything, so my push to talk button doesn't currently exist. So there we go. Make sure that that's all set up, otherwise we could have had some radio trouble as well. So I've had an absolute nightmare this evening, so just to give you a bit of background, I am rather stressed as it is. I need to calm and cool down, particularly with the kind of flight we're about to do, but I don't want to hang around too long because the weather in Belfast is getting worse. Potty training, that's all I need to say to you guys. Potty training times 3. It's oh, it's a nightmare. But anyway, let's get rid of the stream starting, shall we? Thankfully, all of those settings have been kept. So HD, not sure how long you'll be on for. Just as you sit down, the house turns into chaos. I know exactly what you're talking about. So here we are at Stansted, heading out to Belfast. This is a real life flight in real time actually. This flight should land in Belfast at around about 9:30, so it's about an hour and 15 minutes. So we might actually be doing this alongside the real flight, which would be kind of cool. The weather in Belfast at the moment isn't bad at all. We're looking at winds, of course. We've got Storm Barra battering the UK at the moment, particularly Ireland, but Northern Ireland has certainly got the eye of the storm at the minute over the top of it, so the winds aren't too bad, and of course as the eye begins to move away, those winds shall pick up, so we could be in for an interesting landing. Short flight, it's only about an hour, but of course that means we've got plenty of time just to delve into things, and we want to get into Belfast before the wind picks up. There could be some interesting gusts a little bit later on. Right, so let me just pin the operational flight plan in the YouTube chat for anyone who's watching that. So that's just coming now for you. What's the stream like? If you guys can help me out as well, is it buffering or is it not in HD? Hopefully that's all okay as well. As I say, with all the settings being redone since rebooting and nuking the PC, I often find, particularly the first stream back, can always be slightly problematic, but hopefully everything's going all right. I think we've got a few people flying alongside of us tonight on VATSIM, so that's good. I also think we've got some ATC. Indeed, we have Stansted Ground is online, but I think that is about it after we've left Stansted, unless some other ATC comes online. We're going to be on our own. Let's get on board, shall we?
Heathrow traffic, Channel 3 Romeo right, heading 180 for base, 27 left, Heathrow traffic.
So one of the things that I have noticed, if anyone saw the video, is that the frame rates appear to be so much better now. Nick, is it 480 not HD for you? 720, 720. So that's something else that's not quite right. I don't think I can actually affect this whilst we're live. Yeah, I can't. So that's something I'm going to have to do next time round. So my apologies for that. We'll try and get it back into HD next time. Okay, let's have a look. There you can see the storm that is battering us at the moment coming across. You can see this is kind of the eye of the storm at the minute, and it's just swirling around the UK. I got absolutely soaked on the school run earlier today. So our plan block fuel, right. Our alternate tonight is Stansted, because if we just can't get in at Belfast, we'll just bring everyone back home, rather than diverting them and leaving them somewhere that well, they don't want to be. Because if we can't get in at Belfast, there isn't going to be really anywhere else that's going to be much better chances of getting in Ireland. Dublin maybe is probably the next big airport, but again, different country, and to be fair, the weather's going to be pretty similar. So we have got enough fuel to get us basically there and back. Even so, I'm going to add a little bit more on there. I think with that in mind, an extra half ton should do us. Extra half ton should do us. That gives a chance to hold, extra for the go around, stuff like that. We're already planning a go around and we've not even boarded the passengers yet, but let's go with that. So we'll take 6.2 tons in total, which then is going to give us 0.7 tons extra overall.
Kilo traffic shuttle 3 Romeo, established ILS 27 left 10 miles.
And we'll get that loaded. Okay, refueling is underway. PB, how do I set the plane up in a turnaround state? What exactly is a turnaround state? If you get the pilot's briefing documents in from our Discord server, you'll see basically what's done on a turnaround stop. And essentially, it's just making sure that things like the fuel pumps are turned off, packs are off, stuff like that. It's almost ready to go, but all of the big things, like all the screens, are already turned on, and the RS is aligned, stuff like that. So yeah, there's information, particularly on the checklist. It tells you what's happening when you're parking the aircraft up. And then there's a separate checklist for securing the aircraft. That is the full one down, closing all the aircraft down. But as we just do a quick check here, we can see that everything's okay. We've already had a look at the overhead. We can see that. Let's get that APU started. 1, 2, 3. APU is now turned on. We'll let that fire up. So current QNH here is 986 hectopascals. God, that's low. 986. Could be even lower in Stansted. And after that, we'll just come and we shall check that the pedestal is all good. Looks fine here. Looks fine with my TCA pack as well. So that's all good. FCU 4000 initial climb out of Stansted. Main screens, of course. All fine. As you can hear, we are tuned to Unicom, so we're going to head over to Stansted in a moment. In fact, let's just get the latest status in case there's anything we need to be aware of.
+4, dew point +3, QNH 986 hectopascal. Acknowledge receipt of information Lima, and advise aircraft type on first contact.
Okay,
Stansted information Lima.
We're now on Stansted ground. Victor, sorry, not Victor. The start of a flight. The heads-up display at the top is from Fly Live Studio, but you can only see it when streaming, so I can't actually see it in the sim. Obviously, you guys can. Right, APU has been running for a minute or so now. Let's just get that APU bleed on, start that chrono, make sure it's definitely done for a minute. Let's get the flight directors on as well before we forget, and get the constraints on too. Boarding add those weights to the aircraft. That's now done instantly. HD has just reminded us as well. I was aware of this. That's why we actually, I mentally, well, I didn't mentally, I actually physically said it when I was noting the QNH is 986 hectopascals. Always say hectopascals once it's below 1,000, as HD's just reminded us as well. Right, so the passenger weights have been added.
EZ230 Delta with information requesting Wi-Fi clearance.
Leap engines, valid air cycle.
EZ230 Delta, just report aircraft subject number, please.
And let's get the ACARS request in. So our alternate is here. Stansted.
Yeah, we are on stand 24 and the A320.
EZ230 Delta. Stansted ground,
check this information up against.
Belfast, where the Ottawa 1 Romeo departure, squawk 4621.
So I was just listening to that because that's going to be our departure as well to Belfast. Ottawa 1 Romeo.
We got cleared by the Ottawa 7 Romeo departure, squawk 4621, and QNH is
Did he say 7 Romeo?
EZ230 Delta, read back correct.
Oh goodness me, Navigraph charts is now updating as well. Of course it is. What a time to be doing stuff like that. Anyway, whilst that's updating, cost index of 8, flight level 380 minus 52. I'm happy to leave that because the flight plan is actually a couple of hours old, so that's now been updated. So let me just get the charts. So it is going to be Ottawa 1 Romeo, isn't it? I thought he said Ottawa 7 Romeo, and I can't find one of those, so I have to pull all my charts back up now that that's updated. That was bad timing, wasn't it? So there's the airport, there's our parking stand. We're at stand 34 as well for anybody that's interested. So let's get that out of the way. Okay, back to setting up the box then. Let's try and rattle through this as best we can. So that's going to be 24047 for the Tropo. Rounded up, of course. Flight plan, we're expecting departure runway 22, Ottawa 1 Romeo. And insert. And clear that discontinuity, and then arrival then in Belfast. There's no usable stars at Belfast, so we'll go ILS 25 Zulu and no VIAs. And insert.
Stansted ground, EZ2355. Radio
check what that looks like.
EZ2355, that's the ground, good evening, readability 5.
Okay, that's almost okay. There is a waypoint I need to add into that. And I'm going to do that whilst we're on the ground because it's not a very long flight.
A320 Neo parked at stand, requesting IFR clearance to Belfast, Aldergrove.
Everybody's off to Belfast.
EZ2355.
So what I want to do is I just want to put in these couple of waypoints here so we can fly the DME arc. So that first one, in fact, just scrolling through that.
Could you just repeat the squawk number for me? Over.
Let's clear out Belzoo, let's clear out Aldergrove just there, so clear that.
You squawk for you as well.
Clear that.
Squawk 6477 for EZ25.
And then clear the discontinuity. See how that looks. I mean, to be fair, that's not bad at all. All we would do then is after IPSET, we would put in the first waypoint, which is Delta 127 Papa.
Stansted ground, EP2355, clear to Echo Golf Alpha via Utopia 1 Romeo departure.
And then after
Squawking
that,
6477 with a QNH of 0986.
EC2355, you back correct.
the next one, which is Delta 077 November. There it is. Quickly scroll through, check how it looks. That's it, that's kind of our little DME arc just there. So let's go ahead and
EC15 Whiskey Stand 33, ready for push
insert.
start.
Time for the passengers, I think.
EC15 Whiskey Stand 33, pressing start approved.
Pushing start through EC15 Whiskey.
Do we have a jetway? No, we don't. It's going to be stairs only. Speaking of which, self-loading cargo also having a little moment for the first flight back.
Cabin crew, we're all happy with how things are up here, so we're going to now open the doors and start letting our passengers on board. Thank you.
No problem.
Right, now the passengers boarding, let's finish setting up that the box. So, where are we in terms of radnavs? Nothing really we need there. We can put the Parkway VOR in actually, because we're going to use that as our engine out procedure. Bravo Kilo Yankee. That's 5 miles away. And just for situational awareness, I'll also add that to the fixes page. The inbound track for that is 250 as well, if we had to use it. Okay, nice. Init B page then. So our zero fuel weight 68.4, 68.4? 58.4, I can't see, hang on. 58.4, that's better. That's fine. That's what the flight plan tells us. Trip wind is a tailwind of 5. Let's put it in the right line side, shall we? Fuel planning 2.9, and we've got 6.1. Takeoff weight 64.3. Let's have a little look at our alternate. So the fuel required actually for our alternate, it says it's 0. Yeah, so our alternate fuel is actually 2.3 tons. The reason it does that is because the simulator takes the alternate here as the crow flies. HD, I don't know, you'll be able to tell us perhaps if that actually also happens in the real world. Obviously, it's always as the crow flies. But this is taking it as the crow flies, presumably from our current destination. You would assume it takes it from, sorry, our current location. I would have presumed it took it from our actual destination as the crow flies. So let's go ahead and update that. That gives us, that's better, 31 minutes of flying time. So there we are. On to our performance then. So, flaps 1, transition altitude 6,000 feet, that is correct. Thrust reduction
Disregard that for ECJ.
and acceleration here is 1348. I'm happy to leave that, it's only 10 out, let's just keep
Roger
it.
that, EC15 Whiskey.
And V2, 136, 132, and 131. Speed restrictions in the SID? None. Good to know.
All stations, Stansted broadcast information mic, new QNH 985 hectopascals, new QNH 985 hectopascals, Stansted out.
Which one? 8.5 or 5.8? I'll go with 85. I don't think it's dropped that much in the last 10 minutes. So that's information Mike now showing. We were just about to contact him anyway. So I'm going to lock that flight deck door.
South ground, good evening, Easy 215. It's a Stansted to left, aircraft A320. My information Mike request IFR to Belfast. Easy 215, Stansted ground. Good evening, you are cleared to Belfast via the Tower 1 Bomber departure. Squawk 6240, QNH 985 hectopascal.
So some new information there from HD, thank you.
Belfast Tower 1 Romeo departure.
So our departure runway 22 valid from holding point Quebec 1.
Feedback correct.
Flaps 1, 133, 133, 135 and a flex of 65. There we go. Okay, so now that's all in. I'm going to contact ATC and make sure that we've got the Tower 1 Romeo departure as we expect. Stansted ground, good evening, Easy 847 Lima, Type A320 Neo, stand 34 requesting IFR clearance as far to Belfast, and we have information Mike.
Easy 847 Lima, Stansted ground, good evening. You are cleared to Belfast by the Tower 1 Romeo departure, squawk 2170 QNH 985 hectopascal.
Clear value Tower 1 Romeo, squawk 2170 985 hectopascals.
Easy 15 Whiskey, ready for taxi. Easy 15 Whiskey, standby, break, easy 847 Lima, reback correct. Break, easy 15 Whiskey, taxi to hold on point Romeo 1, runway 22, via link Bravo, Hotel and Romeo.
Okay, we've got the squawk here, we've got the correct information, and it is a Tower 1 Romeo. Fantastic.
Romeo 1,
Let's do our departure briefing, shall we? So, weather here at, in fact, just whilst I do this, I am going to just kill ATC. There we go. So, weather here in Stansted is all right, actually. In fact, we can just double check that.
North, visibility 10 kilometers or more, scattered 3,300 feet, temperature +5, dew point +3,
yeah,
QNH
so there we go.
985
No,
hectopascal.
no real problems there. That's absolutely fine. So if we have a problem, happy to come back here, which is good because we have a problem in Belfast. We are coming back here. Aircraft is A320 Neo, not the experimental version, the dev version from fly-by-wire. Again, this is still the test version which has TCAS working, so we should see some TCAS traffic, which, given the amount of traffic we've got coming out of here going to Belfast, is not a bad thing. No times to be aware of, nothing here at Stansted, threats to be aware of, lots of other traffic all heading off in the same direction as us. Minimum safe altitude is 2,000 feet. Let's just have a quick look at how we're going to do the taxi. So we're parking at stand 34. We'll push back, presumably facing northwest. Taxi out either onto Hotel or it'll take us down onto Charlie and then back round. I would imagine most likely he's going to get us on Sierra or Sierra 3, but we've got performance up to the Quebec departure points intersections, so that's all okay. On the departure at Tower 1 Romeo. We are straight out to a distance of 3.1 miles before making that turn. So actually, let's just get the landing system turned on. Have we actually got that already keyed in? Yes, India Sierra X-ray is shown, so that's fine. Hopefully that'll pop up a little bit later on. Yeah, so 3.1 miles before that first turn, and then we're tracking inbound on the 170 radial to Barkway. The autopilot will be taking care of that for us tonight. Alright, so that's how we're going to fly the departure. No speed restrictions. Initial climb is 4,000 feet, and we've got the FCU is 4,000 set. Let's do a very quick emergency brief. I want to get out of here. So ATC is online. If I have a problem during the taxi, I'll stop the aircraft and report the problem to ATC, obviously try and fix the problem there and then on the ground, running any ECAM drills as is necessary. On departure, any problems or warnings before 100 knots, I'll consider stopping, but after 100 knots and up to V1, only stopping for uninhibited ECAM warnings or cautions, an engine fire or failure, and that's with or without thrust loss, or if I think the aircraft's just unsafe to fly. If that's the case, I'll call stop nice and clearly. It will go to max reverse, keep the aircraft now straight on the runway, and use manual braking if auto brake isn't doing as I think it should. Also, if we've had that engine fire warning, then I will attempt to point the aircraft into the wind. Once we've come to a stop, we'll stow the reversers, set parking brakes, and confirm the failure, check in the ECAMs and any fault lights. Once I've established the cause of the failure, we can complete any ECAM tasks and ask for ATC assistance in vacating the runway. Failure after V1, I'll get the aircraft into the air as we are committed, and then if it is an engine failure, I'll fly using standard technique and 12.5 degree pitch, follow SRS and rudder to counteract the yaw. Once the aircraft is above the rate of climb, we'll get gear up, trim out the yaw, get autopilot engaged. Toggle will also be available to us as well, as we are doing a flex takeoff. Will not establish the cause of the failure once below 400 feet. We'll get above that. After that, we can establish the cause of the failure, and once the engine is shut down, secured, etc., we'll get above the single engine acceleration altitude, level off, accelerate, retract flaps on schedule, and at green dot will go open climb, set maximum continuous thrust. Standard engine out procedure here at 1900 feet. It is a right turn to the Barkway VOR. Very similar actually to our SID anyway, so I wouldn't be too concerned about needing to pull that heading bud straight away, but the key thing is 1900 feet, so I'd probably keep her in heading bud, but then once we're past 1900 feet, just to keep it easy, I would just hit nav, and that will take us to Barkway. After that, once we're in the hold, then we'll decide what we're going to do, continue, return, or divert. Okay, departure briefing is complete. Hopefully everyone is happy. The last couple of passengers are now boarded. And we'll get the fuel pumps turned on. And also the seatbelt signs.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our EasyJet service. Please place your large bags into the overhead locker, wheels first, and keep your small items under the seat in front of you. These include laptops, handbags, duty-free and loose items of clothing. Once you have safely stowed your cabin bag, please take your seat. To help us ensure a prompt departure, we would kindly ask that you keep the aisle clear, enabling all remaining customers to board. Your seatbelt can now be fastened ready for departure. This is a no-smoking service. Thank you for observing this policy.
Thanks a lot.
Last couple of checks then, and then we'll start running the before takeoff checklist once we've disconnected the ground power.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of myself, the first officer, and the cabin crew, may I welcome you on board this EasyJet aircraft for your flight today. The ground crew and the fueling crew have all finished, and we're just about finished with all our cockpit preparation up here. The cabin crew are making their final checks as they work through the cabin, so if you could please get yourselves sat down comfortably with your seatbelts securely fastened and give them their full attention as they begin their safety briefing. A big welcome on board today to our EasyJet Sim Pilot members, who of course are welcome to free complimentary drinks throughout the flight. Once we reach our cruising altitude, our cabin service will commence, and the cabin crew will be able to provide you with drinks, snacks and merchandise throughout the duration of the flight. Once again, I'd like to thank you for choosing to fly with EasyJet today. We'll have an update for you when we are airborne.
Simon, you've been a member for 10 months. Thank you so much for your support over that time as well, Simon. They've flown by so fast. And Lewis Aviation, you've also been a member for 8 months. Oh, it's an anniversary, guys. Thank you so much for your continued support over these last few months. It really does mean a great deal to me. Right, I think we're about set to run our before takeoff checklist to the line. So our cockpit preparation. completed. Signs are on and auto. Adheres 3 nav green. Fuel quantity is balanced and set. 6180 kilograms. FMGS is also set, and the altimeter is 985 hectopascals.
Cabin crew, we're all ready to go, so please arm the doors and cross-check. Thank you.
Okay, we're now on to Stansted ground frequency. All the other aircraft flying to Belfast may have departed by now and be on their way, so hopefully shouldn't be a traffic jam getting into Belfast. Simon, thank you so much for your €5 donation. Simon says, on that note, thank you for the great entertainment you continue to give us. It is much appreciated. Simon, you are more than welcome, and again, a big thanks to you for your continued support. Very kind, and really do appreciate that. Alright, so that's been done. We're going to get our pushback clearance, then we'll get the tug on board and all that palaver. So, let's contact ground. Stansted ground easy 847 Lima. Stand 34, ready for push and start.
Easy 847 Lima. When the company A320 passes behind you on Bravo, stand 34, push and start approved.
After the passing company traffic behind us passes onto Bravo, then we're cleared to push and start from stand 34, easy 847 Lima. Well, in that case, we can now get our pushback mod open. We'll get the beacon light on. I will check the aircraft pressure. We can start the timer and get the transponder into standby. Pushback tug is now on his way.
This is ground. Stand by.
He's going to do the whole nose wheel lift, which I should have turned off, but I forgot.
And ground easy 230 Delta, ready to taxi.
Easy 230 Delta, taxi Bravo Hotshot Hotel.
Taxi Bravo, hold short hotel, easy 230 Delta.
I see the GPU driver's had a little bit too much to drink. He started Christmas festivities early.
Okay, sir. The bypass.
And ground, easy 464, ready for push and start.
Is removed. Standing by.
Easy 464, stand 21, I believe, push and start approved.
So he's waiting for
Stansted
pushback.
on,
Now,
easy
obviously we can't go
464.
anywhere until the company aircraft behind us has moved. There he goes. Okay, so
And
nice
easy
steady pushback.
2355, contact Essex on 120.65.
Go ahead.
We are cleared for start and push. Parking brake set.
Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
So let's release that parking brake.
Contact Essex on 120625. Easy 2355, thank you for your service.
Sequence. It will start in the sequence.
Okay, steady push, starting engine 1, so engine mode 2, engine mode selected to start, and starting engine 1.
Easy 23 Sierra Delta, taxi hold on point Romeo 1, runway 22 via hotel and venue.
Taxi to holding point Romeo 1 for runway 22 via Hotel Romeo, easy 230 Delta.
Most oblivious, the ground service module is called Toolbar Pushback. Available from VATSIM.to. So apologies as
Ladies and gentlemen,
per usual,
we now
guys, if
ask
I've
for
missed
your
any
attention while
questions
we
or
take you
anything
through
like
the
that.
safety procedures on this aircraft.
We can chat a little
safety
bit
card is
during
in
the
your
cruise.
seat pocket, showing the exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets, and brace position that you must adopt if you hear brace, brace. There are 2 emergency exits at the rear, 4 in the middle,
And easy
and 2 at the
237
front of the
Delta,
cabin.
contact Essex on 120.
Floor lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware that your near
Contact Essex 120.65. Good evening, easy 230 Delta.
cabin baggage on board. Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted, and released as shown. It must be fastened when the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you to start the oxygen. Put the mask over your nose and mouth.
Starting engine
Hold in
2.
place with the strap. Pull on each side to adjust. Put on your own mask before helping others. If we land on water, take the life jacket from under your seat. Put it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist. Click together and pull the strap to adjust. Do not inflate it inside the aircraft.
So there's 3 tax lines
When
here, Bravo,
outside,
East, Middle
inflate by
and
pulling the
West.
toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs topping up, blow into the tube. There is a light and whistle for attracting attention. We also carry flotation aids for children. Your tray table must now be stowed, armrest down, window blinds open and seatbelt fastened. We wish you a pleasant flight with EasyJet.
Okay, push back.
Not the best push in the world,
Parking
but
brake.
never mind.
Parking brake set. Ground. Startup is complete. You may disconnect.
Roger. Good engine start. Clear to
Easy
disconnect.
215 from Stansted to left,
Have a
request
good
pushing
flight.
stop.
Holding position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
Easy 215.
Engine number 2 is now stabilised. Engine mode selected to normal. APU bleed is off. APU master's off. Anti-ice. Presumably HD anti-ice was off for this one. I shall leave it off unless you say so otherwise. And we've got spoilers, rudder, flaps, trim. After start checklist. Anti-ice is off. ECAM status is checked. Pitch trim is 24.5. Rudder trim is 0. Flight control check. Full left, full right, and neutral. Full up, full down, neutral. Okay, pushback tugs clear. Let's get our taxi clearance. Stansted ground, easy 847 Lima is ready to go.
Easy 847 Lima, taxi on point Romeo 1, runway 22, via link Bravo, Hotel and Romeo.
And easy 47 Lima, confirm holding point Lima 1 for us.
Easy 847 Lima, negative, hold on point Romeo 1, runway 22, via link Bravo, Hotel and Romeo.
Thank you, holding point Romeo 1, runway 22, via link Bravo, Hotel and Romeo, easy 847 Lima. I really need to start being able to read my own writing.
And speedbird 464 is ready for taxi.
Easy 464, taxi on to hold on point Romeo 1, runway 22, via link Bravo, Hotel and Romeo.
Taxi to holding point Romeo 1 for runway 22 via link Bravo, Hotel and Romeo, easy 464. Stansted ground, good evening, Rhino 1 Uniform Whiskey, vacated 22, we're left, just turning left onto Hotel.
Okay, so it
Easy,
is where we expected to go, straight out of here,
Uniform Whiskey,
and then
Stansted ground, good
onto
evening. Taxi
Hotel,
right onto
first left onto Romeo.
Taxi right and then left onto Juliet, hold short Bravo.
Taxi right onto Mike, left onto Juliet, we'll hold short of Bravo, Rhino 1 Uniform Whiskey.
Easy 215, request pushing stop for company EasyJet, Stansted
516, A321 with Mike.
Timothy, yeah, 720 again tonight, just
Two stations
because
at one,
I've rebooted and reset the entire
215
PC, so a
and
couple of settings
216
haven't been restored. Sadly,
pushing stop
I didn't
road,
check
easy
that one
215.
before the start of the stream, so we'll be back in HD next time. So apologies, yeah, just 720 tonight.
Zap 3, 2, 1, just stand by for a moment, break, easy. 847 Lima, contact Essex on 120.65, have a good flight, bye bye.
120.625, Essex Radar, easy 847 Lima, thanks for the service, bye bye.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
Stansted ground, good evening. Easy 15 Whiskey. Sorry, we had technical difficulties with our simulator. Can we get clearance to Belfast? At 985 hectopascals, A320, stand 33, information Mike.
Easy 15 Whiskey, Roger. Break, easy 464. Contact Essex on 120.625. Contact.
So we've still got our pets check to do and things like that, but there's a lot of traffic in front of us, so no need to worry too much about being rushed.
Ryanair 5 Foxtrot, turn left heading 250 degrees, cleared ILS approach runway 22.
Left heading 250, cleared ILS runway 22, Ryanair 5 Foxtrot.
Easy 2355, climb now, flight level 80.
Climb into flight level 80, easy 2355.
Essex radar, easy 847, Lima on the ground at Stansted, and we're on frequency.
Easy 47 Lima, Essex radar, roger.
So, pets check,
Essex radar,
QNH 95, no change, flex temp is still 65, engine out procedure, standard, 1,900 feet, right turn to the Parkway VOR. Departure is the Utava 1 Romeo, and stop altitude 4,000. Before takeoff checklist.
Easy 2355, climb flight level 120.
To the line. Flight controls have been checked.
Flight
Departure briefing is confirmed. Flap setting config
2355.
1. Checked.
Ryanair 5
FMA takeoff
contact
data.
Stansted ground 121.725. Welcome to Stansted. Goodbye.
133 blue, 135 magenta. Climb nav blue, 152, 4,000 magenta, and flex
Easy 23 Sierra Delta,
65.
runway 22, clear for takeoff. Surface wind 180 degrees, 11 knots.
Transponder is set. Eco memo. Takeoff. No blue. EFB is stowed.
Easy 847 Lima, behind the arriving Ryanair 737-800, line up and wait, runway 22 behind.
Behind the arriving Ryanair 737-800, line up and wait, runway 22 behind. Easy 847 Lima.
Ryanair 5 Foxtrot, double out on the localizer ILS 22.
Ryanair 5 Foxtrot Delta, roger, continue approach, surface wind 180 degrees, 11 knots.
Roxanne J85, welcome to the Captain's Club, Roxanne. Thank you so much for your support. Grab yourself a free drink once we are airborne. And yeah, Roxanne, thank you. Really do appreciate that, and I'll look forward to seeing you hopefully on many more flights to come. Let's see if we survive this one first, going into Belfast, shall we?
Easy 2355,
thank you so
no
much.
further ATC available, 1 to Unicom 122.8. Have a nice flight, sir. Goodbye.
Over to Unicom 122.8. Have a great evening. Thanks for your service.
So we're presuming that what the aircraft can see here is
Ryanair
the
5
Ryanair.
Foxtrot, runway 22, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 22, Ryanair 5 Foxtrot.
Busy in Stansted tonight.
Easy 23 Sierra Delta, report your passing level.
Passing 2,300, easy 23 Sierra Delta.
Easy 23 Sierra Delta, roger, maintain altitude 4,000 feet upon reaching.
Maintain 4,000, easy 23 Sierra Delta.
So I've just popped in the ILS DME just into VOR2, just in case for some reason the landing information doesn't come here. I've now got it here, so we're straight out to 3.1 miles before we make that turn. I reckon we could have got out. Don't want to stay here on the ground any longer than we need to with the winds increasing in Belfast.
Easy 23 Sierra Delta, climb now, flight level 80.
Climb now, flight level 80, easy 23 Sierra Delta.
Yeah, so upon initially taxiing out, I made a mistake. I didn't put the taxi lights on, which not a problem during the daytime, but a bit more of a problem at night. You'll notice at the moment though I don't have them on. There's a reason I don't have them on. You don't have them on when you're stationary, and particularly when you're at the runway threshold. You don't really want to be blinding the poor guys trying to come in and land, even if they are Ryanair pilots. Obi-Wan, yeah, 720 tonight. The full reset of the PC that I did over the weekend. A few settings hadn't been restored and I forgot to check that one. So now the stream has started. We're just going to put it with 720, I'm afraid. Hopefully it won't impact your viewing quality too much. So we'll line up and wait behind this Ryanair. It is AIG traffic mod that we are using. So does this look like a Ryanair?
230 Delta, climb flight level 120.
Indeed it does.
Flight level 120, EasyJet Delta.
Right, let's get all the lights on and we'll get going.
EasyJet 5 with you at 01.
Easy 215 Essex radar, good evening, roger.
Before takeoff, checklist below the line. Cabin is secured. Engine mode selector is normal. TCAS TARA. Packs are off. Anti-ice is off.
Easy 5 Foxtrot, well, correction, Ryanair 5 Foxtrot. Welcome to Stansted. Contact ground 121.725. Goodbye.
He knows he wants EasyJet. Not Ryanair.
121.725. Bye bye.
We'll probably get our takeoff clearance in a second.
Easy 487 Lima, runway 22, clear for takeoff, surface wind 180 degrees, 11 knots.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 22, easy 847 Lima.
Easy 23 Sierra Delta, no further ATC available, I'm afraid. Mons Unicorn 122, that's fine, have a nice flight.
Okay, we're ready to go. Engine number 1 is critical.
Okay, Unicorn 122,
reset
that's
the
fine. Thanks a lot, have a good evening yourself.
chrono.
Easy 230 Delta.
Lights off for departure. Let's go, take off. 50% M1. Engine stable, set takeoff thrust. Man flex, SRS. I can feel that wind coming in from the right.
Via Romeo 1, line up on wait, runway 22, expect 2-minute delay due departure separation.
Oh, I like this. ATC knows what he's doing.
Line up and wait, runway 22,
So,
and we'll respect a small delay for separation, easy 464.
B1, rotate. Lots of rudder being put in. Nav.
Positive report. Gear up.
Gear up. So, set climb thrust.
Easy 847 Lima, report your passing level.
Passing 1,800 for 4,000, easy 847 Lima. Thrust climb, up
Easy
climb
847
4,000.
Lima, roger, maintain altitude 4,000 feet upon reaching.
Roger, maintain 4,000 feet, easy 847 Lima. So there's S speed, and we shall get the flaps up. Spoilers now disarmed. Autopilot 1 is now engaged. Pack 1 on.
Easy 464, runway 22, cleared for takeoff, surface wind 180 degrees, 12 knots.
Pack 2.
Clear for takeoff, runway 22, speed of easy 464.
Oh, that's got to be Nick. So you can hear the engines rolling right back as we maintain 4,000.
Easy 847 Lima, climb now, flight level 80.
Climb flight level 80, easy 847 Lima.
Easy 215 via Sierra 1, line up on wait, runway 22, 2-minute delay due to
080
separation.
blue.
Flight line operate from via Sierra 1, expecting delay, easy 25.
I'll tell you what, should we actually go into open climb? We tend to climb more that way. Thrust climb, open climb. 080 blue. We'd levelled off, so you needed to tell the autopilot that you actually want to go into a climb mode.
Essex radar, good evening, easy 15 whiskey at Stansted, holding 2 short 2 to Romeo 1.
Easy 15 whiskey, Essex radar, good evening, hold Romeo 1.
We've got
Hold Romeo 1.
start.
Easy
Not very heavy this
464,
evening.
report your passing level.
2,500, easy 464.
Easy 464, roger, maintain altitude 4,000 feet upon reaching.
Maintain 4,000 on reaching, easy 464.
Easy 847 Lima, climb flight level 120.
120, easy 847 Lima. So now I can actually go 120. Just climb, open climb, 120 blue. Last time I only called out the, well, it was 080 blue, wasn't it? Didn't actually check the FMAs at the top. And HD, I thought you'd gone fighting with your puppy. You were quiet. I'll take that as a good thing. 4,000 feet per minute. Gross weight,
Ladies and
64
gentlemen,
tons.
please keep your seatbelt fastened while the seatbelt sign is on.
Zorro,
We
no,
recommend
it's
that you
my
keep your
fault.
seatbelt
It's set to
fastened
7:20
whenever you are
tonight, just
seated.
for this stream.
Toilets are located
Normal
at each
service
end
will
of the
be
cabin.
resumed next time round.
Remember that smoking is not permitted.
Easy 215, runway 22, clear for takeoff, surface wind 180 degrees, 12 knots.
Yeah, for takeoff, runway 22, easy 25.
Easy 847 Lima, no further ATC available, Monte Unicom 122.8, goodbye.
Over to Unicom 122.8, thank you for the service, easy 847 Lima.
Easy 464, climb now, flight level 80.
Flight level 80, easy
Level
464.
380 is available to us, so let's go ahead and set that. Just
Easy
climb,
15
open
whiskey,
climb,
rely
380
upon
blue.
wait for runway 22, expect 2-minute delay due to departure separation.
Line up runway 22, expect 2 minutes delay
And
for
let's go
separation.
and clear out our RadNav page. Clear the fixes page as well, actually, and then we'll get the seatbelt signs off. There we go. Don't need the landing system on anymore. Seatbelt signs can come off, and passengers are free to walk about the cabin.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain
Easy 464, climb flight level 110.
Climb flight level 110, easy 464.
that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times in case of unexpected turbulence. The toilets are now available.
7 Romeo on the land one transition for runway 37 left. We'll call back on 5.
Okay, so very short flight. Well, I say very short flight. It's about an hour. So we're not going to leave it too long before we start briefing how we're going to do the arrival. And perhaps more importantly, if that wind is starting to pick up, what we're going to do regarding a go-around. How many go-arounds are we allowed? How long before we have to divert and return? A little bit more about that later on. LA Kids 143, yeah, nice, nice festive livery. All throughout December. Occasionally we might even have festive music. So now we're just passing flight level 180. Do we have any ATC en route now? No, I think we are now on our own all the way there, which is a crying shame. But well, never mind. Oh, Robert S, welcome to the Captain's Club. Robert, thank you so much for your support. And Robert, if you aren't on our Discord server, make sure you make yourself known to us. We'll get yourself in the VIP room as well after the flight. Thank you for your support. Really do appreciate that, Robert. Look forward to chatting with you more and seeing you on future flights. I am loving the reflections that I've got off the FCU on the screen. I think that looks fantastic. The pilot don't like this one better than FS Labs. Probably, but only because it's in Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's just the visuals. It's so immersive. And when I tried it in VR the other day, oh moly, that was fantastic. And it's a lot cheaper than a real full life sim. But you can't beat one of those, can you? So given that we don't actually have too much time before we have to start planning our arrival, I am going to see what's happening in Belfast. We'll do a weather request and we'll get that in. I'm also just going to go with Manchester as well in there. I don't need Stansted twice, do I? So also grab Birmingham's and send that off. Mark, oh well, Mark, that's just that's piled the pressure on me now. The real aircraft EZ847 Lima is now on the ground in Belfast. Looks like we've got a meeting then, doesn't it? We should be on the ground in around 50 minutes. HD says the wind's pretty benign now, no problems. Good. What is it? Let's see. The chances were that it could have picked up, but I think that's perhaps going to be later into the evening, isn't it? So our message is received. Oh, 180 at 12. I'm happy with that. Yeah, that's no problem, is it? Oh, hang on, that's Stansted. Numpty. I normally put in the top field. What have we got? Oh, that's even better. 280 at 8. 962. Wow. Recent drizzle. What is that? Recent UP. Come on, guys. Search Google. What on earth is that? I've not seen that before. Re-UP. Coming up in flight level 250. Frank, how do you get into the VIP room? So, Frank, if you are part of the Captain's Club, then you get access to the VIP room. If you are a First Officer member, you have access to... I forget which room it is now. I've forgotten the name of it on Discord. I'm sure somebody will help me out. HD, it means that. I mean, what is that? You were hoping I might know because you'd never seen it before. No idea. Recent up. I know what the RE meant, but I've no idea what the up meant. That's a new one on me. Daniel, is that what it is? Unknown precipitation? Seriously? Can't they send a guy out there to see whether it's snowing or raining? Unknown precipitation. Wow. Members Lounge, Christopher, thank you so much. So, first officers get into the Members Lounge, and the captains, of course, into the VIP Lounge. And Dr. Magic, you've been a member for 8 months before. Thank you so much, Dr. Magic, for your support. Great channel. Made me fly the bigger birds. Fantastic. HD, have you never seen that before either? Oh, well, now I don't quite feel so daft. Yeah. Recent unknown precipitation. What could that be? It's rain that goes up. I swear the next time you're at work you're going to be chatting to the guys around that and testing them to see if they know what it means, right? Is it automatic, hence reports unknown? Well, I don't know. It shouldn't be automatic because the airport's still open at this point. Do you know what I'm going to check now? I'm going to check the NOTAMs. I had a quick peek through for Stansted. Aldergrove, though. Steel plate, steel plate, steel plate. Yeah, there's nothing there. Now this is interesting actually, just reading those NOTAMs. There's been a revision to the arrival routing table as a result of the Belfast VOR being replaced with Belzoo. Now, I wondered about that when this flight route came in today. I thought Belzoo, I've never heard of that before, and it is where the Belfast VOR is, more or less. So the Belfast VOR, I think, is being taken out of service. Poseidon 63, according to Earth, whether Aldergrove is in the eye of the storm. Yeah, let's keep it that way until we get there, shall we? Plane Spotter 5, your parents surprised you with a Airbus Captain's Pack thrust after you've been using the Logitech for 2 years. Wow, that is great. Well played, your parents. You're going to love it. Flight level 30. We're going to get up and then we're going to be coming down again. So I'm just trying to work out when to do the top of descent. There's no start or anything like that, so it literally is going to be sort of just working out our distance from Belfast, when to start that top of descent. So as we work that out, roughly speaking, probably want to start that top of descent with the wind behind us as well as as I think it will be as we're coming in. We're going to be 38,000 feet. 38 times 3 is 314 miles. We need to slow down, and we've also got the tailwind. Play that safe. I reckon we start that around about 130 miles away. That gives us plenty of opportunities to keep checking the profile as we go down, and all shall be well. So from that threshold, let's go to the wrong button. Let's go to the flight plan. We'll go to our fixes page, and we'll type in Echo Golf Alpha Alpha runway 25 threshold, and if we start that 130 miles away. There we go. I can also extend the centre line using this, couldn't I? What's the number 067? That radial. Just check that's right. I always doubt my maths. Yeah, there we go. I've just got the centre line extended on there, so we know where that is. Christian, oh, thank you, Christian. Very kind of you. $5 donation from Christian saying thanks for all the videos and input. You've learned so much, and it's always fun. Christian, that is great to hear, particularly that it's fun. At the end of the day, that's why we're here, aren't we? For entertainment, but also a little bit of learning along the way. HD, is the music quite loud? Thanks for letting me know. These are all new settings, so I can sort that. Hopefully that should be a bit better. If you do find something is a little bit uncomfortable, guys, do let me know. I had it set up perfectly until I nuked the computer over the weekend, so it's a little bit different, of course. Quantum Mechanic, you got the TCA Captain's Pack for your birthday recently. Well, you've got a picture of one. It should be here soon. Absolutely. Just having a look, see if I actually recognise anywhere. S-Raymond, shame we don't have TCAS yet with everyone going in on with no star ATC. Well, actually, this aircraft does. It is still a test version, of course, of the dev build, but this aircraft actually does have TCAS, so I'm I think it may be in use tonight.
In just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase a selection of hot beverages, together with drinks and snacks from the bar. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated, and if we could be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Let's get back up front because we're still in the climb. I can see we're just around 60 miles away from our top of descent, so I said it wasn't going to be very long. Send that off, get the latest, we'll get into the perf page. Let's go through a few things then. So we are planning on our arrival is runway 25. No star, of course. Transition altitude for the arrival 6,000 feet. Platform altitude, let's have a look. So our platform altitude is down to 2,500 feet. Minimum safe altitude as we come in is 3,500 feet to begin with, dropping down to 3,000 feet when we're on the ILS. Wait for that weather to come in, but I think the runway visual range is above 550 meters, which means decision altitude of 468. ILS frequency is 109.9. Landing elevation is 268. Missed approach altitude 3,000 feet. And missed approach quite straightforward actually. Straight ahead to 2,500 feet, right and turn to the VOR and hold. Just putting the Belfast VOR in there, just so we've got it on the navigation display. Radnav page, we'll also put it in there as well, which is 117.2. Check that ILS frequency there as well, 109.9. That's correct. Okay then guys, let's talk about our actual arrival. So, we know where our top of descent is going to be, we've already programmed that, that's probably about 50 miles away now. From Ipset then, we're going to pick up the start of this DME arc, which begins at 14.9 miles from the ILS DME. Delta 127 Papa is in the FMGC, and Delta 077 November is also on there. 4,000 feet is our lowest altitude that we're allowed to get to at this point. So we're going to be a green dot by the time we get to this fix just here. On leaving Delta 127 Papa, we'll fly, we'll get flaps 1 out, getting down to 4,000 feet. Now, the interesting thing here, and we flagged this up last time, to be honest, not quite sure why I can only maintain 4,000 feet until this particular point here. I would be quite happy getting down to 3,000 feet. It's just once we're past this safe sector. So what I can also do from the Belfast VOR is put in a radial there of 270 or 090, the reciprocal. And once I've got that on there, I know what sector I'm in. So let's go ahead and do that. Just keep an eye on that top of descent. We've got time to do it. So I've got the Belfast in there. I'm going to put a radial in of 090 and the radius 25. Oh, of course, yeah, Belfast City, Echo Golf Alpha Charlie. Well, in that case then, if we are going to hold it there, then I need flaps 2, and probably flaps 2 and gear out because there's a good chance I'm going to be capturing that glide slope right on the line. Okay, I'll go with that. So, we've got TCAS on, which of course helps us, but 4,000 feet until passing Delta 077 November. Delta 077 November, I want flaps 2 and gear. Flaps 2, gear, and then we'll get down to platform. Tell you what, that's slightly disorientating, isn't it? Seeing the blue top of descent line flicking over just there. Uh, 24/7, I would imagine the minimum safe altitude is 3,500 feet in that sector. 1, because of the Belfast traffic. 2, you've also got a little bit of terrain here as well. So, a couple of things to be aware of. Let's quickly grab that weather. See if it's changed at all. 280 at 8. And yeah, visibility is fine. Light drizzle, a few clouds, 4 degrees. And QNH is low. That's one of the lowest I've seen it. 962. We were talking about the highest the other day, weren't we? Which was 1050, but 962. Get that in, then we'll start down. That decision altitude was 468. Was there any max speed on the go-around? No, there wasn't. Just checking that one there. Transition altitude 6,000 feet. And if the wind had been rubbish, I could have increased VAT, but it looks like we're going to be absolutely fine if it stays as it is. Of course, that's METAR. Let's see what it's actually like in Microsoft Flight Simulator when we when we get there. So HD in the chat has just made a very good point, one which I thought of but also thought actually it probably shouldn't make too much difference if, and let me just go with that now. So the huge difference between standard, which is obviously 1013, and then dropping down to the local pressure is a difference. HD's just told us actually the difference is 13,000 feet between standard and QNH. That's huge, which is why I'm not leaving it till the last minute to go down to local pressure. So when I'm on my way down, and I said we're just going to get down to 4,000 feet to begin with. As I'm getting down to 4,000 feet, I'm not waiting until I'm 4,000 feet before I'm punching in the local. We're going to be setting that probably as we're getting, well, we could set it right from the top as I'm going down to 4,000 feet all the way down there. But if you were doing a step plan with ATC, once you were sort of told to get down to 4,000 feet from maybe, I don't know, 10,000 feet, flight level 100, then I'd want to go to the local pressure straight away. That way you know that you're not going to be suddenly at 4,000 feet standard and then clicking it into local and realising you're actually 1,300 feet lower than you thought. Right, anyway, enough talking. Let's go. So, top of descent. And I am going to get us down to 10,000 feet to begin with. So, 10,000 feet. Thrust saddle, open descent, 100 blue. Down we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck once again, you will be delighted to hear that we will shortly be starting our descent into our destination, at which point the cabin crew will start preparing for our arrival. If you could please make sure that all the aisles are clear, the cabin crew are able to make their way around the aircraft without any luggage in the aisles, that would be most appreciated. A reminder for our EasyJet pilot members that free drinks are still available from the cabin crew until the seatbelt signs are turned on. Please note, however, that the toilets will shortly go out of use. Thank you.
Did I see someone was saying that VATSIM traffic was trying to get into the Isle of Man? Oh, HD, was it you? VATSIM traffic trying to get into the Isle of Man, and you cancelled those flights today. Don't blame me. As a 2 you've been flying a Microsoft Flight Simulator for a month or so now. You come from P3D, but you're a very big and old pilot. Enjoying the streams, learning loads, watching you program the FMGC. Flight Management Guidance Computer, or FMGS, Flight Management Guidance System. FMC is Boeing. We don't mention that word on this channel. So we're passing flight level 340, and I'm going to be. Have we picked up the Belfast VOI yet? We haven't. No. Enter destination data. Have we not done that already? Oh, I've not put the wind in. That's why. 280. At 4. There we go. Isn't the Isle of Man a captain's only landing as well? Hey, look, TCAS. Esrem, as you can see, the lights have one out of your window trying to get into the Isle of Man. You're wishing them luck. Well, is Belfast now online? So it is, 13312. Brilliant. Let's see what happens there then. I would imagine they're going to give us vectors in then if they are online. Belfast Ground is also online, which is 12175. I'm going to make a quick note of that, as when I need it. Good to see them coming online for our arrival anyway. Thank God, given the amount of traffic heading in there. So I'm using this now, 111 miles in the flight plan. I can't imagine ATC are going to give us too much of a cut to cut any track mileage. So we're nicely below a profile anyway, which is good. That wind's now coming around from the left, so that tailwind has died off. If you have enjoyed the flight so far, guys, and we're keeping you entertained, then please do give the stream a like. It makes a huge difference to the channel, it really does. So a big thank you to everyone who has already done that. And of course, if you are new, then please do consider hitting subscribe. Don't forget to turn on that notifications bell. (962) on the standby coming in. So we're actually on at 23,000 feet. 23,500 feet. Wally, ground is online and approach is online as well. So we've got 2. So that's great. Vito, does the Ryzen 5 perform well during multitasking? Well, I'm streaming all off one PC, so yes. Yeah, I would guess so. Okay, so I'm in Iceland profile at the moment with time to slow down. I've just set VS 2000, given our ground speed. Keep us on a nice descent. We can actually look to hold about 270 knots. And that, if I actually went back now into open descent, that'll probably get us to about 200 feet per minute. So we'll hold 270 knots for now. We're probably a bit too far out to contact Belfast, but I am going to flick over to their frequency so I can hear what's going on. Just going to double check that. 13312. 13312. Let's get the ground on standby 12175. On the taxi after landing. I've already checked this out anyway, but that was on my phone. Let's get the charts up here so you guys can see as well. We will look to...
2355, descent to altitude 6,000 feet, QNH.
We'll look to
3 hectopascals.
land and then make a right on runway 35.
Descending to flight level 60 for easy 2355.
Yeah, there we go. 1900 feet per minute in open descent. Once we pass Massop, we'll call them a bit early, but rather than leaving it late. And Nelbo is our inbound waypoint. Jeff, will we be back on the I-95 this weekend? I hope so. It's the Christmas period, isn't it? Weekends just become manic.
Older Grove approach, easy 2355. Any speed restrictions en route?
DC 2355, negative, no ATC speed restrictions.
Belfast approach, good evening, easy 847 Lima, 38 miles from Nelbo, flight level 200. He can't find us, we're too far out.
EC 847 Lima, Elder Grove, radar hello, vectoring for an ILS approach runway 25, descent flight level 140.
Expect vectors for ILS runway 25, descent flight level 140, easy 847 Lima. 140 blue. Pilot Paul, sadly, it doesn't give you a flex temp to use now.
330 for easy 2355.
So guys, as we start to get a little bit more busy on the approach, I may be talking less and less. I'll leave you guys to chat amongst yourselves. I won't go silent, but obviously a little bit more concentration required. Now, as we're going to get ILS vectored in, actually, we can expect to cut off some of those track miles. That's not a problem at the moment. 75 miles to go, and we're 18,000 feet. Going to level off flight 140 unless he keeps his going.
355, descent to altitude 3,000 feet.
Flight level 3,000 feet for easy 2355.
With that in mind though, let's just bear reference to what we said regarding how we were going to plan this. Had we been doing the DME arc about 15 miles away, I wanted flaps, I wanted green dot leaving 15 miles, flaps 1 and then flaps 2 with the glide slope, so I'm quite happy to maintain that sort of distance and profiled approach with that. Nicely below that profile though, so I'm just going to slow our rate of descent down quite a bit actually. I mean, we're at 16,000 feet, we've got sort of 70 odd miles to go. Okay, there's a bit of extra track mileage, but I'm quite happy with the profile at the moment. About 45 miles away we want to be 15,000 feet, and yeah, there you can go, 67, so nice and below the profile. Captain, the overlay is from VATSIM Studios. No, it isn't. Fly Live Studios. Bernie, good morning.
Road approach, easy 464. We're with you just at the overhead Mattet at the moment, descending through 183.
Easy 464, got the correction, all the Grove radar, hello. Vector for analysis, approach runway 25. Descent flight level 140.
That actually sounded really professional of Nick, that, didn't it?
140, expect vectors for ILS runway 25. Viva at easy 464.
Easy 2355, it'll be
that was exactly the sort of radio call I would expect to hear on my VHF radio.
Say that again for easy 2355.
18 track miles until touchdown.
Roger, 23555.
Easy 23 Sierra Delta, descent to altitude 4,000 feet, QNH 963 hectopascals.
Descent to 4,000 feet and 963 hectopascals, easy 23 Sierra Delta.
Easy 847 Lima, descent flight level 80.
Flight level 80, easy 847 Lima.
Easy 2355, turn left heading 20 degrees.
0 descent.
Correction,
0
blue. Localizer runway. Correction, cleared ILS approach runway 25.
220 degrees, clear for ILS approach for runway 25. Easy 2355.
Okay, so we're 45 miles away as the crow flies.
I see 23 Sierra Delta, disregard.
Nick, no! I'm so sorry if that did come across as sarcastic.
Leave Melbourne heading 300 degrees.
Leave Melbourne heading, sorry, just confirm that heading for us again, please. Easy 847 Lima.
No problem, 300 degrees.
Leave Melbourne heading 307 degrees. Easy 847 Lima.
Easy 847 Lima, negative 300 degrees, 0.
Correction, leave Melbourne heading 300 degrees. Easy 847 Lima.
Easy 464, descent flight level 80.
No, Nick, I was not being sarcastic. I was actually listening to that and thought that sounds very realistic.
Right heading 360.
Came back to bite me anyway. I missed the ATC call. 5 miles, then we're going to be heading 300.
Flight level 200 bound elbow.
Easy 215, Mulder Golf radar, hello. Information, correction. Landing runway, correction. Vectoring for an ILS approach, runway 25.
That doesn't fill me with confidence, Mr. ATC.
Yeah, that's right. Expect runway too far, descend 140, easy 215.
Oh, yes. Slow down to 250 knots. We're going to head to
Autograph approach
300 degrees in a second.
is established on the ILS, 9.8 nautical miles out.
Easy 2355, Roger, continue approach runway 25, number 1.
Approach phase has been activated.
Continuing approach, easy 2355.
Easy 230 Delta, descent to altitude 3,500 feet.
Heading now 300, so we're going to get brought straight in off, well it's not a star is it, but off the DME arc.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, you may have noticed that we have just begun our final descent into our destination. If you could now
Easy 2355 from the 25 subsequent 27 degrees, 9 knots, clear to land.
Clear to land, easy 2355.
So I'm just looking at a distance, 30 miles. I haven't got much time to play with. I'm going to add a little bit of speed brake there.
Easy 230 Delta, turn left heading 280 degrees, clear ILS approach runway 25.
Left heading 280, cleared ILS 25, easy 230 Delta.
Easy 847 Lima, descent to altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 963 hectopascals.
Descend altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 963, easy 847 Lima.
Easy 215.
Speed brakes no longer needed.
Descent flight level 80.
Descent 80, easy 25.
So the fact that I've got these extended centre lines means that I can see where he's going to get us intercepted. So we'll get the ILS turned on. 25 miles out. And we're at 6,000 feet. Why haven't we got the seatbelt signs on HD? Why hasn't that happened? Approach. Checklist. Minimums. 468. Set both sides. Engine motor selector is normal. EFB is stowed.
The captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. If you could please return to your seats and ensure that your seatbelt is securely fastened. If you are travelling with an infant, please ensure that they are secured safely using the infant seatbelt provided. The toilets will now go out of use.
EC 464, leave if set heading 310 degrees.
Contact a member of the cabin.
Leave if set heading 310 degrees, easy 464.
Yeah, I jumped the gun with the speed brakes because I
EC 847 Lima, turn right heading 340 degrees, descent to altitude 4,000 feet.
Right heading 340 degrees, descent altitude 4,000, easy 847 Lima.
EC 464, descent to altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 963 hectopascals.
Just add a descent 4,000 blue.
QNH 963 hectopascals, easy 464.
Let's start configuring, shall we? There's the glide slope. Just need that airspeed to bleed off a little bit so we can start getting down. Otherwise, we're going to be getting it in from above. We're now going at a 90-degree angle to the runway centre line. So let's just get half speed brake out. That's the most we can do anyway with autopilot on. Just keep tracking that glide slope.
ECU 15 whiskey standby.
Is the 847 Lima any speed restrictions?
Is the 847 Lima negative, but just be advised, I've got you currently approximately 2 track miles until touchdown, which I believe should be enough, but if you do need more miles, just let me know.
Roger, no, we should be fine with that. Thanks very much. Easy 847 Lima.
Is the 847 Lima, Roger, you can continue to ascend to altitude 3,500 feet.
Continue to descend 3,500, easy 847 Lima. 350
EC 464, speed 220 knots.
Speed 220 knots, at easy 464.
EC 215, speed 220 knots.
Speed 220 knots, easy.
So we know we've got the speed brake still out.
EC 237 Delta,
and that's okay, I don't mind that. I'm just going to let that glide slope get a little bit above us. We'll then put speed brakes away and we're ready to start configuring. It is 160 knots, still 4 miles DME, however, at this airport. So that's fine. Flaps 1. Speed check, flaps 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be landing.
AC 230 Delta runway 25, surface wind 277 degrees, 9 knots, get land.
Your tray table must be...
Sit down runway 25, easy 230 Delta.
Window blind open.
AC 847 Lima, turn left heading 280 degrees, clear ILS approach runway runway 25.
Any rubbish, newspapers,
Left heading
or magazines
280,
that you
clear
do
ILS
not
approach
want to
runway
take with
25.
you.
Easy 847 Lima.
The toilets are no longer...
AC 464, report your passing altitude.
We're at 6,000, 84.
So is that 180 knots? Speed alt star, lock star, 3,500 is set. 16 miles.
Roger, we have 963 hectopascal set.
DC 215, descent flight level, correction, descent to altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 903, correction, 963 hectopascals.
Descent 6,000 feet, inclination 963 hectopascals, easy 205.
DC 464, turn right heading 360 degrees. We advise you're currently indicating flight level 77.
Please prepare for landing.
We're turn right heading at 360 degrees. We are definitely reading 063 hectopascals.
EC 464, Roger. Are you able to check perhaps your sim might have a different, just a different QNH set?
That's interesting.
So we just go back to standard and pop it in again and see what happens.
Okay, so there comes the glide slope. We're going to go flaps 2. Speed checked, flaps 2. Still maintaining 180 knots.
Easy 2355 at holding for Charlie.
Little balloon lifting us up into that glide slope. Nicely done.
DC 15 Whiskey, apologies for the delay, descent flight level 80.
Glide slope start, must approach altitude 3,000 feet.
Correction, contact ground frequency 121.75.
121.75 for...
When we get to 8 miles, we'll go 160 knots, we'll maintain that full 4 mile DME.
AC 464, descent to altitude 3,500 feet.
We'll let ATC know we're established as well.
330 degrees, you'll be establishing from the north.
Turn left heading 330 degrees and descend to altitude
3,500
and we'll be intersecting from the north. Easy 464.
Easy 847 Lima established, runway 25, 10 miles.
And EC 847 Lima, Roger, runway 25, surface wind 270 degrees, 9 knots, get land.
Little land runway 25, easy 847 Lima.
EC 215, turn right heading 360 degrees, descent to altitude 4,000 feet.
Right heading 360 degrees and descend 4,000 feet, easy 215.
And easy 464, can you just repeat heading?
Back in before the bad weather hits.
For left 330.
Roll that speed back 160 knots.
Easy 464.
Easy 25, confirm, right heading 360.
2,500.
Easy 230 Delta is clear objective.
Easy 230 Delta, Roger, contact ground 121.75, cheers.
I forgot that in the standby. 121.75 done. 2,000 feet. Seven miles.
And approach, I think we've just sorted it. We're now passing through 5,100, East 464.
EC 464, thank you very much. You can turn left heading...
okay, so we're now at 6 miles, landing gear.
270 degrees,
spoilers.
Approach runway 25.
Turn left heading 220 and clear ILS runway 25.
Speed.
Easy 464.
Flaps 3.
EC 15 Whiskey, Aldo Grove radar.
EC 15 Whiskey, pass message.
EC 15 Whiskey, Aldo Grove radar.
5 miles.
For an ILS approach runway 25 and just confirm, descent flight, correction, descent to altitude 6,000 feet, QNH 963 hectopascals.
And let's start slowing down.
Descent 6,000, QNH 0986 hectopascals, easy 15 Whiskey.
EC 215, turn left heading 330 degrees.
Left 330 degrees, easy 215.
DC 215, descend to altitude 3,500 feet.
1,000 feet to go.
DC 15 whiskey, turn right heading 340 degrees.
Autopilot disengaged.
240 is your 15 whiskey.
I have control.
DC 215, descend to altitude 3,500 feet.
3,500 feet, EZ215, and confirm 330.
HT, we got landing clearance a while back, so we're good.
Minimum.
Continue. It was a very early landing clearance.
Dublin approach, reference 4523. I'm at 9,000, about 20 miles west of
Did you just say Dublin approach?
Cleared by the area controller, and then my sim crashed. Back here now. 500.
France 4523,
500?
this is Hold the Growth radar in Northern Ireland. I believe you're trying to get Dublin radar. 121.1. Cheers.
400. 5%.
So, centre line, touchdown zone.
DC 215, turn left heading 28, correction 22 degrees. Cleared ILS approach on the 25.
Left heading 220 degrees, clear alias EZ215.
EC464, speed 16 knots or greater until 40.
Just got blown slightly to the left just there. Let's get us back on.
EC464.
100.
EC15 whiskey, descend to altitude 4,000 feet.
20.
Descend to 4,000, EZ15 whiskey.
5.
And EC464 established, runway 25.
Okay, spoilers deployed, reverse green.
Continue approach, EC464.
70 knots, reverses off. Let's not slow down all the way, disconnect auto brake. We have got traffic behind us, we need to roll out now. We were never going to get off at Bravo.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cabin crew will shortly be leaving their seats to perform
miss the
safety-related
turn onto
duties.
runway 17
However,
now.
we ask that you remain seated until the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off. Portable electronic devices for messaging, calls or internet access may now be used. Please make sure that you take all your personal belongings with you, checking in the seat pocket underneath.
EC15 whiskey, turn right heading 36 degrees.
Do take
Speed
care when opening the lockers
22.
in case anything falls out. Smoking is not permitted until you reach a designated smoking area.
Knots.
On behalf of the captain and the crew, it is
Oh, don't stop. Too much brake.
3,500 feet, speed
your EasyJet journey. For the latest news, promotions, flight and destination
I need a
information,
rudder set
check
with
out our official
toe brakes.
Facebook page, Twitter or EasyJet app.
Easy 847 Lima vacated onto runway 17.
EC847 Lima, Roger, vacate right onto Charlie, contact ground 121.75, cheers.
Right onto Charlie, ground 12175, easy 847 Lima. Ground easy 847 Lima, turning right onto Charlie.
847 Lima Aldergrove, ground hello, welcome to Belfast, Aldergrove taxi stand 11, correction, taxi stand 11, have a great day.
Send 11, thank you, easy 847 Lima. Stand 11. Oh, right to the far side. That means we get to see all these guys coming in. Excellent. How many can I see? I can see at least 3. One just on final, short final, one obviously behind. I can see one in the distance as well. Oh, it's great when you see loads of traffic coming in. Obi-Wan, yeah, this is freeware scenery from flightsim.to, so there is freeware scenery for this place. And absolutely great it looks too. So stand 1-1 all the way along Lima. Oh, go around. Oh no, who's gone around there? Oh, hang on. What's this? Who's that? Well, I'm obviously no longer on the approach frequency. What happened there, guys? I didn't see the other aircraft. I just thought maybe a wind gust had knocked him off or something like that. Wow. Okay. I kind of want to listen.
EC15 Whiskey, speed 160 knots and go 40 ME.
160 to 40 ME, EC15 Whiskey.
That's Dark Fury.
C464, continue the left turn heading 10 degrees.
Continue left turn 100 degrees, EC464.
EC497 kilo, turn left heading 180 degrees.
Left heading 180 degrees, EC497 kilo.
So I'm not on the frequency anymore. Anybody that is, wonder what happened there. Was that Nick's go around? Poor Nick. He always ends up going around.
EC464, turn left heading 070 degrees. It'll be approximately 29 track miles until touchdown, vectoring for an ILS approach runway 25.
Turn left heading 070 and expect vectors for ILS 25, EC464.
Never mind, Nick. I'll get the beers in, mate, for when you're in the terminal.
EC497 kilo, resume navigation, directoring up.
Navigation, EC497 kilo.
Parking brake set. Shutting down engines 1 and 2. Seatbelt signs off, beacon light off. And let me just pull out some ground power.
This is 497 kilo, climb flight level 190.
Climb flight level 190, EC497 kilo.
There they are. Oh wow, I kind of wish I'd been on the approach frequency at that point. Let's see who else is coming in. This is Dark Fury, I believe. All our lights are off now, aren't they? Oh no, they're not. They are now. This is great to watch, actually. We've got a perfect spot here. I'm glad he gave us runway parking stand 11. And there's Dark Fury, safely down. Beautiful.
This is 464, turn right heading 08 degrees and correction, descent to altitude 3000 feet.
Turn right heading 080 down to 3000.
Which way did he turn, Nick, after the go around? Was it a right or left hand turn? I missed that. Great stuff though. Let's get the standby on there.
Is it official we get the runway?
This is 215, sorry, just confirm you have vacated?
Negative, easy to far.
This is 215, roger, vacate next right.
Vacate next right, easy to 5.
This is 464, turn left heading 330 degrees.
And I can see traffic as well as far away as that. How many people have flown with us tonight? This has been fantastic.
EC 464, my apologies. Turn left heading 280 degrees and you're cleared ILS approach on 25.
Left 280.
Oh, that might be Nick. He's just been cleared the ILS, so
EC 464.
that might be who this is.
Whiskey runway 25, surface winds 270 degrees, 900 knots, clear to land.
Clear to land, EC 15 Whiskey.
Oh, that's Dark Fury then, who's now clear to land. Who's that behind us? Great stuff. I do like it when there's a huge line of aircraft coming in, particularly with air traffic control online as well. It's been an EasyJet parade, this, hasn't it?
215 indicated on Charlie 1.
215,
that looked like a great touchdown.
121.75, cheers.
121.50, cheers.
This is 497 kilo, no further ATC available, monitor Unicom 122.8.
All these EasyJet aircraft.
It's Unicom ET 497 kilo, thanks, bye.
It's like Gatwick. Oh, right, guys. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to shoot off. I can't stick around and watch Nick land. Nick, I'm so sorry. Forgive me. But I'm sure it will be a... I'm sure it'll be a fantastic landing when we get there. So, first stream and full flight back following the PC upgrade. Not really an upgrade, of course. We just nuked the PC and reinstalled the sim. Everything appears, thankfully, to be running rather nicely. And yeah, full flight. No crash to desktop. That's what I like. I didn't say anything about it until we actually got down on the ground safely, given the last week's escapades. Thank you so much to everyone who has watched. Thank you so much to everyone who has flown alongside me. To those of you that have donated and contributed, really appreciate that. Your support of the channel. Thank you so much. To the EasyJet SimPilot members, thank you for your continued support. And to our 2 new members as well, a big welcome to you. Look forward to chatting with you on the Discord channel very soon. Hope you've all had a great night and a great stream, everyone. Hope to be back again very soon. And yeah, have a great Tuesday night, guys. Whatever you're doing, please hit that like button on the way up. I look forward to seeing you all again on the next one. Good night, guys.